The beauty of physical evidence is that it tells a story. We look at a firearm, we look at the blood, there were cartridges left behind, projectiles were found within the toilet. Physical evidence cannot lie.
The Oscar Pistorius murder trial continued today with expert witness and forensic psychiatrist Dr. Merrill Foster telling the court how generalized anxiety disorder, or GAD, could impact on one's life.
If it's severe enough and it impacts the person in a very severe manner, that could be seen as a mental illness.
By definition, generalized anxiety disorder is a psychiatric diagnosis. So one can say it is a mental illness. But one has to look at the impact of that diagnosis on the individual's capacity to live and socialize.
We've had evidence from friends and a former girlfriend, and none of the witnesses indicated any indications of an anxious person.
People with a generalized anxiety disorder, or even just anxious people, conceal their anxiety.
I think if I understand your report correct, the accused was anxious about crime as well.
His security measures were more than that taken by the average South African.
Would you agree with me that most people have burglar alarms?
Yes.
In South Africa, lots of people have beams in the perimeter fences. Why would you say that it's, as far as he's concerned, exceptional?
Because most people don't also lock themselves in their bedroom at night.
Yet the balcony door was open. There was a broken window downstairs and a ladder left lying around outside the bathroom.
If we have a person that suffers from GAD, would that person not take steps to secure the rest of his house? You would expect that, isn't it?
No, they would be concerned that it would work.
Very concerned.
Yes.
Gerrie Nel repeatedly pointed out that Dr. Foster had only evaluated Pistorius' mental state in early May, weeks into the trial and shortly before her testimony.
In your report, you've based your conclusions and or recommendations on the accused version.
Yes, that's correct.
You did not take into account any other version, the state's version?
No. I did not have that.
The different versions, would that not have affected your view that GAD played a role?
It played a role at the time of the offence, and that would be regardless of which version the court accepts.
You just give you a version. If the court finds that the accused knew that the deceased was in the toilet and he fired to kill the deceased, would GAD play a role?
Yes, it could.
Could, why, how?
Because an individual with generalized anxiety disorder would be anxious about losing a relationship. People suffering from generalized anxiety disorders are not dangerous as such, Your Ladyship. People with generalized anxiety disorders probably shouldn't have firearms. That creates the element of the dangerousness.
You indicated yesterday that he said he had no intention of shooting Ms. Steenkamp.
That is what he told me.
But he had intention to shoot an intruder.
What he told me was that he thought there was an intruder.
And?
And he certainly fired shots.
Why?
At the noise, as he was scared.
He said to you, he fired at the noise.
At the noise.
Now, if I tell you now that in court he never said that he fired at the noise, there must be red lights flickering for you as far as his version is concerned.
It would appear that there are inconsistencies,
yes.
Certainly.
There could be another explanation, that it was just lying.
Yeah, he could just be lying too. It's another explanation.
Yeah.
Then Gerrie Nel brought the much-anticipated application for psychiatric evaluation in terms of the Criminal Procedure Act.
Or appearance of mental illness or mental defect, and may, in any other case, direct that the matter be inquired into and be reported on in accordance with provisions of Section 79.
A visibly exasperated Barry Roo objected.
If the court finds on the facts that that is so, yes, then it's fine. But it's not my case. It's not what I'm saying. And it's also not the defence case.
I'll be back with the decision tomorrow at 9:30.
That's a good business, mate.